Hey guys, we're back and we have reviewed the first 3 episodes of Twisted Metal Season 2. This is one of those infamous moments, our review that we fought with our audience on. Let's see, the video was downvoted to 75%. Usually we do like 95%, 75%. And people were like, oh, well, we don't listen to you. You got bad takes, this and that. And so I changed the title. We are the only ones in the world that didn't like the Twisted Metal TV show. Let's go to Rotten Tomatoes. It looks like for season 1, the ratings were 67% critics and audiences 93%. I have not seen that in a while.
Jesus.
Well, I'm here to report to you that we did watch season 2. I was hoping it would get better. At the end of season 1, they teased they're going to do a tournament. Get out of here. What? They're going to do a Destruction Derby style tournament with cars in Twisted Metal? What a wild fucking idea, right? Well, because there's and this season we have an actually good episode. I am surprised. Episode 3 was actually good.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, and a lot of reviewers, some reviewers have had access to all the episodes. We did not. We've only seen the first 3. They say the tournament doesn't really start until episode 6 and on.
No.
So I'm like, yeah. There's 12 episodes this time, 2 more than normal. Add 2 to the meal. If it was as shitty as last time, look, I'm not going to backpedal from that. Season 1 was mainly a setup. It was Quiet and John Doe, and they were in a fucking, I don't know, fast food place, hold up for a while, ball pit. I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. We liked Sweet Tooth.
Yeah.
We liked some of the visuals. We liked it when the car battles were happening. But other than that, we found it mostly annoying and just kind of another Halo. Whereas Paramount Plus had Halo, Peacock has motherfucking Twisted Metal. And apparently Peacock's numbers are they're stale right now. 41 million subs. I'm surprised they even have 41 million subs.
Classics.
Friends, Office.
That's right.
Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
People just rewatch that over. Those are all 41 million. Why they're here for? Maybe 500,000 for Twisted Metal. This is what they think people are going to bring to their channel. Are you going to up? Put in the comments down below. Are you re-upping Peacock TV for Twisted Metal 2? We'll let you know by the end of our review whether we think it's worth re-upping, because I accidentally left my subscription on. I paid 4 months of $15 a month where I wasn't even watching Peacock.
Well, good thing you did, because I don't have it.
Good thing I did, because Joe needed my password to watch this shit.
Yep.
Okay, so you have all that backstory. That was a big old intro, but I'm here to tell you that it seems like the jokes are working a little better. Mm-hmm. I'm having a little bit better time, and the fact that they're about to have an actual Twisted Metal
But you said
thing.
6.
What?
You said episode 6. That's when
it really kicks off. There's some preliminaries that are going to happen soon. But let me do my thing here. So we got that, and so I'm feeling good about that. But it does also, in episode 1 and 2, reminded me almost instantly why we were so harsh to season 1, why we're so fucking stupid and should stick to games. We have no idea how to review TV series on episode. Well, I want to respond to those people specifically. I'm going to show you a section of the show.
Raven, you're crazy. Holy shit. Did Destiny just bone Josh and Bryce?
Destiny is such a hypocrite.
Raven, why are we going to the douchiest graduation party ever? What if we do literally anything else?
And I'm going to slam Twisted Metal, the logo, right on top of it, because this just screams Twisted Metal to me.
Means things are going to get better. In a few months, we're going to UC Santa Cruz, and we're going to leave these losers behind.
Then it's just you and me, Kelly. First, we gotta take Destiny down a peg.
You know, Raven and her friend Kelly trying to get back at Destiny for fucking two guys in the fucking garage. Yeah, and then her friend dies or some shit at a party. Twisted Metal. Yeah, that's what I think when I think Twisted Metal. Oh, how about this random female thief character who calls herself Mayhem that can't drive at fucking all and just randomly shows up for no reason in the story, has no purpose, and is a third wheel that can't drive the wheel. And Twisted Metal. All right. Thank you for letting me do that, because that is an encapsulation of how I felt about some of the moments in Twisted Metal 1. Now, here, they're actually why does it get better? Oh, man, episode 3 is actually a good episode, and I can't wait to talk about it. But what did you guys think of the 3-episode premiere of Twisted Metal Season 2?
I'm an outsider looking in. I've never played the games. I don't know the story.
Right. People are still mad at you. I pulled up the comments on the first
That's
video.
okay.
And they were like, they trashed you hard.
Because I haven't played it, I'm
Hearing
sorry I
OJ
didn't
say
play
he never played Twisted Metal, but he played Vigilante 8 is probably the biggest shock and betrayal this channel has ever given me.
I'm broke. I didn't have it.
He's never seen Highlander.
That's true.
Do you know he's never seen
You
Highlander?
son of a bitch.
I'm trying to one up. It's not as bad as the fact you've never seen Highlander.
Yep.
So with that being said, the first season I was trying to get into it. I'd say, okay, well, none of these characters matter to me. And after season 1, none of these characters matter to me. Going into season 2, I didn't really want to see this because I wanted to see more cool car stuff. And
you wanted to see more cool car stuff, Joe?
I was like, hey,
you
this
guys
is
are
nothing
so
like
jaded. This show was great. This is last season. Let's see. You guys are really off from this one. This show was entertaining, surprisingly well done, more than it had any right to be. I don't know what you guys are smoking. It's wild. Do you have an issue with the fact that they added plot to a game adaptation where the games are based off aren't exactly story driven?
But
so they added a story. Why do you guys had a problem with the story? Because we had a problem with the story that they added. We wanted to see what was happening in the video games.
Video games have
if you're gonna add your own story, you just make a good one.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a good one.
No, but I honestly think this is an improvement by episode 3. But the jokes are landing a little bit more here.
Yes.
I do like it.
Yeah.
But it still has that slog in between. I don't care about the characters like getting reunited and the stuff. Like I don't care about the driving. Sweet Tooth is still great. I love his scenes.
Yes.
When that's happening. And Axel, best part so far.
Axel, an amazing fucking
hilarious.
part.
It was funny.
I hate what
It's
they're doing
what I
with
wanna
Mr.
see.
Grimm. It could get better as we go on.
I thought it was pretty funny though. I don't know the character, but what they were showing there, I
Yes.
was like, "That's funny."
That's funny.
I wanted to see more of that shit.
Yeah.
like,
So now we're
throughout the
starting to
first.
pick up on the dumb and funny and,
Yeah.
it's an inside joke on itself, satire parody. Well, we see it here because this actually, it feels like they got a slightly better writers or the jokes are just hitting more. In the first one, it was doing the same thing, but to us, or at least me, they weren't funny. I wasn't seeing the self-referential humor. They didn't have the Axel. They didn't have Mr. Grimm. They didn't have the fucking tournament. It was about just these side pieces of shit that nobody cared
John
about.
Doe
And,
stuff.
yeah.
But honestly, this is what I wanted in season 1. Get the little introduction, meet everyone, and then season 2 kind of start the tournament already. That way you already have your established characters, and let's move on to the fucking tournament.
Yeah,
that's what I wanted.
I'm still trying to search for a comment. It's just, you guys are wrong. You guys are wrong. Not
That's
a single person was like, why? Why did you like the show? So, but if you can, put it in the comments if you liked season 1. I just think that maybe if people saw season 1, they felt good energy about it.
Yeah,
and they were willing to wait a whole season to get to the tournament. and they liked the individual characters enough. Maybe they liked Quiet, they liked Anthony Mackie, and they didn't care that there wasn't,
I feel like one example would be like the nostalgia factor for them, because like that bar scene, you get to see or hear about a lot of these people. But for
just
me,
in mentioned
yeah,
passing.
Exactly. But they were
Here,
like, oh,
where
they
I'm
were
getting the
there.
nostalgia because we're seeing them, and when we see them, they're like actually faithful. Axel looks so ridiculous. He looks so stupid. He looks horrific. But that's exactly how it was supposed to look, and I'm like, mwah. Mwah. So now I'm actually putting praise upon the show when it earns it.
Yes.
I think the show is still mostly dog shit. Episode 1 and 2 are unforgivable, and they have no artistic, there's everything there is awful. We had Raven scenes that were fucking terrible. We had jokes about, I need to make industrial amounts of lube because of all the dry pussies in Flagstaff, Arizona. That's the level of jokes we're getting in this shit.
Yeah,
it is
that's
awful.
the season 1 shit that I fucking hated.
It's like, and then we've got these bad action scenes where she throws a hatchet behind her, and then it's like, and it's just like, it is ridiculous, and I just don't. And if you like it, I don't care. The same way you don't care if I don't like. Maybe you do. Hopefully, you don't care if I don't like something that you like, because it's like I don't care that you like. If you want to waste $15 a month to watch this horse shit, then watch it. It is like lower than CW level writing. I don't think the characters are interesting. I don't think a woman talking about how she's got pubic crabs is like the peak of fucking comedy.
That was the joke.
Then you don't like Amy Schumer, then.
Yeah.
A lot of people
That's
don't.
basically an Amy Schumer stand-in.
Yeah, and so it's like I don't think any of that stuff is any good. Now, what I will say is I agree with you that episode 3 is the start of something I think good.
Yes.
Because we are getting into the things that make Twisted Metal. We are You know how when we watched that Mortal Kombat movie that didn't have a fucking tournament and it was a dog shit and we didn't care about any of these new characters and it wasn't funny and it had no merit? That's season 1 and then episode 1 and 2. We're explaining backstories of Alpha Raven. There's Downtown Raven, Gamma Raven. There's like Doc's Raven, and it's like I don't care about any of these fucking characters.
I'm lost.
And it's like I don't.
I would think it was to explain away that Neve Campbell is not in the show and she doesn't want to have anything to do with it.
Yeah, and so it's like I don't think any of that was particularly interesting. Anthony Mackie is acting like you're a dookie face. He's like, I'm not a dookie face. I laughed. Yeah, but so it's like I don't think any of that comedy is actually any good. And so I didn't like any of it. I didn't like any of episode 1 and 2, and
Not even Sweet Tooth stuff?
Of course. Like when it's specifically Will Arnett as Samoa Joe and Will Arnett, I think it's funny.
I like that part.
And it's like the bright spot because he's part of the fucking game and there is nostalgia and it is kind of interesting. But kind of out of nowhere, there was a lot of episode 3 that started working. I think the stuff with him and his sister starts to work and starts to develop because they're characters that I care about a little bit more. There's more stakes there. Axel is ridiculous in the dumbest and most delightful nostalgic way, and they know it's dumb and they have fun with it. And that's kind of like the difference because like I feel like they present some of the comedy like it's supposed to be really funny, and it's like there's when a movie is dumb and it kind of knows it's dumb, you can have fun with it. I never got that it's in on its own joke, but season 3 I just think the tone was a little bit different for me, so like I'm starting to enjoy it, and maybe episode 4, 5, and 6 will be better. I saw the preview, and so we're not getting a Destruction Derby tournament. This is a show about racing cars now and like other stuff, and so they're changing.
I guess it isn't a Destruction Derby.
Death race.
Yeah, it's not. It's
a
not
death race.
Yeah,
Death
and
race.
so, but I don't know. It's getting better, but I still don't think that.
We don't know yet.
Season 1, I don't think is a good show. Episode 1 and 2, I don't think are good episodes. So for the premiere, mostly bad, but we're trending in a direction that I actually like, which is shocking to me.
You have to realize, we're critics and we look at it sometimes from a different point of view. How's this filmed? How's this show effective? Is it good for the source material? And you look at critics, 67% for season 1. Critics now, 92% for season 2. It went up. Something has changed. Something has gotten better, and we need to praise that. Now, audiences, in general, if we're talking about Rotten Tomatoes, those scores are always higher. Always higher. Why? You tell me why. You already know why. And it's not that you're stupid. It's not that this and that. It's just that there's different standards, And I thought, but actually, because this is behind a paywall, and you're like, Peacock, why would I ever get Peacock? right now, in my opinion, there's no reason to get Peacock except for, these new shows that they're trying to put out. And this is the one. This is like their one thing. And I did not think it was worth it, And so that may have influenced my rating down because I hate Happy Gilmore 2 more than I hate Twisted Metal Season 1. But I gave Twisted Metal Season 1 a 2 out of 10. And how could you do that? You rated it better than She-Hulk. I was like, what? No, I didn't. She-Hulk, I gave a 3. What are you talking? Stop comparing fucking scores to other scores. It doesn't work like that. Okay. The fact that it's like $15 a month to have the privilege to watch, Twisted Metal is different. And I think that the strategy that they're using for season 2, I'm not sure if it's going to pay off because each of these episodes, unlike season 1, all 10 were dumped on us. And that might have contributed to the rating as well. We watched all 10 of those motherfuckers back to back in a single day. And if you're not enjoying it and it's not hitting it, you're in a bad mood by the end. And we were in a bad mood by the end. Here, they're changing the release strategy. There's only 3, and they're like 37 minutes. And the second one was like 30 minutes. And then the third one, I don't know what the thing is. But they're like 30 minutes. And now they want us to watch this week to week. And if the episodes are only 30 minutes long, and they do some episodes like episode 1 and 2 in season 2, I don't know if my subscription would carry over if I didn't have the Angry Joe show and we weren't reviewing it weekly, right? I'm not sure it can sustain it. I would do 3-episode chunks at the very least. Like
I think it might be doing 2 because it says 4 and 5, August 7th, Thursday. So they might be doing 2.
And what about? I'll look it up, but from what I've heard, they're just doing 1 episode a week. But I'll look it up.
Yeah, because that is pretty fucking short.
It's too like 30-minute stuff week to week. That's like cartoons and like for a premium fucking service like this where they're spending millions of dollars, it's like it's a little harder ask in my opinion. But okay, so we talked about that in comparison to the first. It's better. It's getting better. More of the jokes are hitting for me. They're gonna do some They've done some backstory for John Doe. Quiet is not really getting backstory, but she's getting her stuff moving forward. She's joining this group called the Dolls, and she's trying to figure out what she wants. The tournament is going to give her a chance to make a wish, and her wish is stupid. We'll talk about it later. If you're given one fucking wish for anything, and half of these people's wishes are fucking dumb, it's a little hilarious.
It's special to them, Joe.
But I like it because now, that episode 3, all of the hints from episode 3 is like, okay, I see where y'all are at. And you're aligning it more with the video game. I'm coming on board, and I'm liking it. I like the scenes with Sweet Tooth. Always makes me laugh. Yeah. He's over there. There's so many like famous killers. And when he's about to kill somebody, they're like, "Oh, please don't kill me, big baby." And he's like, "I don't even look like a baby. What the fuck?" And he's like, "Oh, I thought you were Big Baby, the biggest killer in Alabama." And he's like, "What?" And so then he goes and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna fucking kill Big Baby because I want to be more Big Baby." And then Big Baby is like, "Then there's even more." And he's like, "God damn it!" I just love the subplot with that. And he's got a little little helper dude, Stu, which is working for me.
Yeah.
And so when that's working. And when Anthony Mackie's jokes, they're still, if you're doing 100 jokes, only 20 are hitting, right? Yeah. And that's okay. If some of them are funny, some of them are making me laugh. When you make me laugh back to back, now we're doing good. And then you add on top that the characters look like their video game counterparts, Axel. And the show knows it's ridiculous, so they throw jokes on top of why it's ridiculous. Those are the jokes that work. Mm-hmm. But yet you still move on. It's like, that's Axel. You don't hide him. You don't change him. You don't do any of that. So I like that. And then the change they make with Grimm seems like it would be fun. And I'm looking forward to it. So there's a lot of hope for me going forward to finally join you guys, to embrace you season oneers.
That join them to say it's a great show.
Not yet, Joe. Not yet.
It's a great show.
Going a little too far.
You
too
just
quickly.
said. Now
you're dragging me too quick. You gotta drag me slowly, okay?
It's okay.
It's okay right now,
okay.
and it has the potential to get better.
It does. Okay. But we'll see, because next episode might be just more lollygagging, doing much of nothing till 6.
It's going to be difficult, and just ignore this fucking rating, okay? But premiere. I want the boys and me to combine all 3 episodes and give you a rating of the premiere. This is an hour and a half of content, essentially, and we'll do a premiere review, and then we'll go into the episode breakdown, the spoilers and the funny stuff, and why I think episode 3 works so well and why I'm excited going forward. Granted, remember, original score was 2 out of 10. I don't know what the boys gave it, but probably 2, 3,
2 or 3 or something.
I don't know. But yeah, if y'all guys can break down,
with these
combine
3,
all this, we'll go into individual episode by episode in the breakdown. That way you know, because basically I'm telling you up front, episode 3 has all the score. Right?
Yes.
But the other episodes are going to drag this down a little bit. So what would you give?
These 3, I'm going to give a 5. I did like the moments we talked about. Sweet Tooth, always great. A lot of jokes actually are hitting. They're pretty good. But for me, it really drags down with the doll face stuff and the mayhem. Like, honestly, I don't know this character.
The doll faces are a group of badass post-apocalyptic chicks that
it was kind of stupid
for their dry badges.
It was kind of stupid. I don't like some I guess their little banter, especially Ashley. She's fucking crazy. Besides that, 3 really picked it up for me. A lot of those fucking jokes hit. I love the scientists as well. Yeah, that humor was fucking hilarious.
That humor was good.
And the Grimm, I'm not supposed. I don't know what his powers and stuff is.
Because you didn't fucking play the fucking game. I'm so mad at Joe.
But it's so funny.
It's a pretty massive departure, but it's still really funny.
It is, because it's like, does he really have the powers, or is this all in his head? What's going on here? I'm kind of intrigued, but I'm liking this. I'm really liking this.
I'm going to give it a wildly misleading 4 out of 10, and that's just because I added up how awful 1 is and how awful 2 is, and then a really high score for 3. And so it's like, as a premiere, after the first episode, if I was just like, hey, you have an hour of Peacock and you watch for free and you watch episode 1, I would just turn it off and cancel my subscription because it wasn't good.
Yeah, I didn't watch episode 1 and 2.
2, I think that's starting to sneak in some stuff like towards the end where it's like, okay, see, we watched it all at once, so I don't remember exactly.
I actually think 2 is worse than 1.
And so it's like there's some parts where it's like, but we are trending such in the right direction. So it's like, I'm really glad that they put out all 3 episodes, because if they'd only put out 2 episodes, it's just like I would never watch this again. I tell you, not at all to watch anything. They've made up some of their own characters, and I don't think they're any good. And I don't think they're writing them particularly well. They're tedious, they're annoying, and it's just like low effort. Our pussies are dry. We got crabs. Put your French bread loaf in me, and the bread's a proofing. And it's just like
bread's what?
Proofing. You have to.
What is a proofing
That's
bread?
what he said.
So when you make bread
when
dough,
they're having sex.
Yeah, and so but when you're making bread, you mix it in, and so it's like it's giving the bread time for the yeast to develop flavor.
It's a
and
baker's joke.
I just wanted y'all to experience that explanation.
baker's joke.
It's just not good. And so it's like I don't think it's creative. And then out of nowhere in episode 3, it's like, yeah, we're getting our characters that we know and we love. You're writing humor that I think is infinitely better than dry pussies and Flagstaff. And so I'm gonna give it a 4, but it's misleading.
Yeah. So it looks like in season 1 there was a rotating door of directors and writers, and in season 2 they're kind of narrowing in. Bill Benz, who directed 2 episodes last time, is directing 4 here. The writers appear to have, there's some carryover on the writers, but episode 3 is a completely new writer. So I'm happy with what I'm seeing. I am also on Joe's wavelength of like a 5 out of 10, only because of the first 2 kind of dragging it. Otherwise, this is a 6 out of 10 and an encouraging start. And this is what I wanted for Twisted Metal, basically. I'm okay with all this setup. I'm okay with 6 episodes and then tournament if this was season 1. But we didn't have that. Season 1 was literally 10 episodes of bullshit and a few car battles, but too few and far between, right? This, so far, they've known people want car battles. So there's been a car battle in each fucking episode so far. I think. Yeah. So well, car race in one of them, but yeah, and so because of that, because the jokes are landing more often, because it seems like they're finally narrowing their focus and really, doing the tournament and focusing on the characters that we like, I'm encouraged. So I'm gonna ultimately also go maybe like a 6 out of 10 for the premiere, but weighted almost fully for the third episode.
Yep.
All right, so let's go ahead and go into, and see, I don't know, is each one of these going to come out? Okay. Yeah, thank God, Joe. Thank God. I looked it up. Joe's right. They are coming out in chunks. So we won't have to just do a 30-minute episode every week. That would have sucked.
Yeah, because at that point we'll just wait.
Next week is 2 episodes, and then 2 episodes, and 2 episodes, and then finally 3 episodes. So a 3-episode finale. And that actually helps too. When the finale is given more time to breathe in a single sitting, I think that works as well. I was going to tell you all the titles to the episodes to tell you which ones we really like, but they're all the license plate theming again. So I can't read half of them. Yeah, they're good. All right. So that's our impression, and now we more are aligning. And I am going to be so mad at the world if for whatever reason people watch this and they're like, this is fucking shit. Season 1 was the best. I want to go back to season 1. That's where I grew up on season 1. 93% audience, and they're like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. We are out of touch. If you tell me in the comments, do you like season 1 better or season 2, for all 5 of you that have watched season 2, because I'm sure if this was already a thing that barely got watched, this season 2 is not going to be watched by nobody. We're reminding you that it's out there, and if you want to watch it vicariously through us,
I forgot it was out, and I wore a green shirt. That's why I had to get a check-in.
Yeah, you didn't even know that we were going to do that.
Record.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out tomorrow, I think, but whatever. It came out today. All right. So now we'll go into the episode breakdown and tell you which of the jokes we like. And if you don't have the subscription service, you can come hang out with us. Okay, welcome to the episode breakdown. So we start off, let's see, with, like that joke that I made. It's a backstory of Raven. And anytime Raven's on screen, I don't like it. I'm not into this character. Don't care about the character. Don't give me her backstory, but you gave me the backstory anyway. And I think it's because she has her own wish. So ultimately, she's going to wish that her friend, who in this setup was, I don't know, fell into the pool or something or got hurt and is hospitalized, maybe a quadriplegic, and she's going to wish for her lover. I think it's her lover, right?
I believe so,
to come back or whatever. Twisted Metal. And then John Doe is doing his pizza delivery shit. He's a fucking milkman, whatever.
They keep him on tab. Yeah, they keep tabs on him. He keeps
training. He trains on video games. He's getting paid to play video games. Fuck yeah.
Super fast racing.
Yep, super fast racing. I thought that they would use. Yeah, I guess they can't reference Twisted Metal.
They did. They show the CDs, the discs.
They did.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. That would have been funny if they did Vigilante, Joe. They're right. Joe was telling me about some of the cars in Vigilante. Tell him.
They have this disco guy, I think Boogie or something. His special is a disco ball that comes out.
And it makes your car spin? It makes other cars spin near
get
him?
hit near him.
I'm like, that sounds pretty cool.
Beeswax. Obviously, he has bees and stuff.
One guy has bees?
But you're in your car.
You're in a car. I guess they go through the air-conditioned vents.
Oh, you're going to question that, not fucking Twisted Metal?
Twisted Metal with ghostly fucking skull missiles from Mr. Grimm.
But it makes sense. He's the Grim Reaper, Joe.
Well, yeah, but you didn't know that until the end.
Until he beats it.
Anyways, so yeah, they do video games, and I don't really remember his purpose. why do they want him so bad?
They
He's
want
a
him
good
to race.
driver.
Yeah,
and
they
because
want him
Raven
to
wants
and
a
they
wish.
know that there will be a race in the future.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
But this is a different Raven because the
Yeah.
other Raven one is the one that
That's
wanted the
what
rich,
confused
and
me.
it's like, and she's like, no, there's Raven Gamma and this and this. And
I don't know why she brought you here.
So what is it,
Yeah.
Naomi or Nev? Naomi
Nev
Campbell?
Campbell's gone.
Nev Campbell, I guess they couldn't pay her enough, or they wanted to put
She
more.
realized what she had been in, and she's like, absolutely fucking not. It's a train wreck.
They wanted more money into the explosions and the cars, and they just didn't want to pay her, or she said peace out.
Yeah.
So go downvote her too. New Raven, multiple Ravens. Alex, if you'll tell us all the different Ravens that you mentioned.
I think she mentioned Beta and Gamma, and then she was talking about like, Downtown Raven, and then she was talking about the Wharf. I don't know if there's a Wharf Raven, but there's a lot of Ravens.
I know nothing about this.
And
world.
We don't either, Joe, as
Oh.
Twisted Metal fans. And the acting on this new chick, to me, it's atrocious. She's like playing it up.
It's
putting her
over the
feet
top.
up.
Yeah, villainous, like over the top.
It's CW
Yeah.
horseshit, and I hate it.
I hate it. I hate it too. And I guess that's what works with people these days.
CW
So
shows were very
like, if
popular
it's
for a very
very-
long time.
But she was more like
if it's
Mortal Kombat
melodrama,
2,
I think the
though.
melodrama.
I like.
She
No, I
was
didn't like
like
the acting
that.
in Mortal Kombat, but like, how dare you?
So then we go to Molesto. Is that
Yeah.
really a town name? That's an unfortunate.
Modesto, yeah.
Molesto.
Molesto.
Not Modesto.
Well, yeah, but it's
Molesto's
Modesto,
gross.
but they call it Molesto.
They call it Molesto.
because there's not a lot of stuff there but meth.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
and so we get these badass chicks in doll masks.
Doll face
She
gang.
throws a little hatchet behind her,
hate it.
and then and it's like
She's
this-
so cool that she hears a guy behind her and not even looking with a mask on, she throws it in and instantly kills him before she kills her. It's
quiet time.
It's quiet time. If she was quiet, she could do it. But they don't need to throw. They don't need to look to throw the axes to kill people. And then they're like, "Where's the drugs?" Because they want the drugs.
It's like, we
And
know you've been giving drugs to the people
on
inside the wall. It's like, no,
we're the
they
outsiders. We fight for the outsiders. Fuck the insiders. And he goes, "It's not drugs. It's
It's like they make their own drugs now, so we kind of just been making
lubricant for vehicles, right?"
No,
That's it.
sex lube. It's seriously sex lube,
they just make
and it's
lube.
because it's like for people in Flagstaff because their
And-
vaginas are really dry,
Right.
because of the
So
dry.
the chicks
heat.
are happy anyway because they get the lube for the vaginas, and then but then something happens. Somebody shows up, right, and then she uses the mace. He's like, "What are you gonna do? Mace me?" And she brings her mace, and it's a mace flamethrower. Whoa, ladies, accessorize. And I'm like, Twisted Metal.
Girls really do get it done.
Girls get it
thinking
done.
that.
I'm like,
I was
what
like,
is
it's-
happening?
It's like if this guy can manufacture prescription drugs, you think that you'd want to keep him around and like use him to like make it for the people.
Absolute cinema, right?
Yeah.
Season oneers. I'm gonna call you season oneers. Anyways,
John is bad at delivering pizzas because he's like going off curbs and doing sick tricks on his bike, and
He's
then the
trying
pizza
to escape all the
Yeah,
time.
he's constantly trying to escape, and it's like it's real slapsticky and
And I'm like, okay, I'm liking this tone here a little bit.
yeah, and so he's bored at home. He won't give him any of his DVDs, and
This is the funny joke. This is the first time I was shocked when I laughed.
and then instead of reading Agatha Christie, which he should have been reading, he picks up the Babysitter's Club.
Yeah, he's like, got a funny joke. There's a bunch of board games. It's like 2 to 6, and I'm like, yeah, it sucks. I love board games, and I don't want to play them by myself, right? And he's like, Babysitter's Club, so can't find anything to do. And then they cut ahead, and he's like doing the girly thing where you kind of like
Kick
swing
his
your
feet
feet,
up
kicking
and-
your feet
yeah.
while you're reading. It's fun. I liked it, and seeing Anthony Mackie, Captain America, doing it. Yeah, so, and then he needs to find number 89. He can't find number 89, so he's running all around the house. Initially, I forgot this was his house. I thought it was like the house they gave him in the post-apocalyptic. No, it's his house. So all of this is his sister's shit that he's always used to shit on.
But
and
yet
didn't
he
care
can't
about.
remember.
But he can't remember.
still-
So he does
Amnesia.
find number 89, but unfortunately it's where she hid her marijuana. And he's like, God damn it. But he's like, oh, well, so he's doing that. But then he sees her diary hidden behind the books. So he picks out her diary, and he's like, oh, and he realizes there's a cabin somewhere out in the woods. This is a great place that he can go to escape to because he wants to escape. And
And then he finds that there's a sewer exit Yeah. And so he's
yes, there's an exit, so he knows some stuff.
Yeah.
And by the way, as he's reading his sister's diary, the diary calls him. It's like, here's the area on page 87. He goes to 87. Says, "You're a dookie face." He's like, "I'm not a dookie face." It made me laugh. It was so stupid. It made me laugh. At least the jokes have to be so stupid that they're funny, or they have to be
better,
funny.
yeah.
But previously they were not funny and not stupid enough to be funny, but here they're being funny, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is surprising me. In episode 1. And so he's got this friend that Joe called Wade. Who's Wade? You know who Wade is. From Knuckles. Is basically Wade from Knuckles.
He was playing like a dumb cop. He's like, "I got a hoagie from a homie," and then he's like, "Meet me in the bathroom."
He's just a friend. He's a bro.
He gets inside in the shower with him to talk about a plan.
Did you guys like that? I think I was the only one that laughed. I liked it.
It's
the way he was talking while the fucking shower is like all on his beard, and then he's getting like this kind of stuff. I kind of like it. It's like Ren and Stimpy almost. I liked it.
Not for me.
Basically, he's explaining to his captor, what's his name, Chester, in the shower, like, "Oh, I found a way to get out. We can go together. We can run out. Are you in?" He's like, "Are you in?" with the water, and I found it funny. But it turns out Chester is not really his friend.
But wait,
John is kind of his friend.
John's using him because John is like, "I actually just need your clothes," and so he wanted to take Chester's clothes so he could sneak out. He wasn't going to actually go through the sewer. He was going to go. And
that's right.
He wanted him to think he was going to the sewer.
And that's revealed afterwards when it's like, "Why are you wearing his?" "Well, we had to trade clothes."
Yep.
And then you see him using the clothes, and he's like, "Shit." I would have been like, "What the fuck?" Anyways, but he gets out and
he steals an ambulance. Instead of a good car, he takes an ambulance.
He finds a good car, and I don't understand why he doesn't take this. It's like a probe or something. I don't know. It's a built up.
It would have been faster than the ambulance.
But he takes the ambulance. He opens the ambulance and he finds Kelly, which was in the flashback. The two,
she's still in the coma.
Yeah,
and he takes her out and sets her all.
That's
nice
a strong man.
Nice and neatly, and takes off.
Pick up the bed and put all the equipment by himself without any noise, and takes off with the ambulance.
Everyone was distracted because just then Calypso takes control of all technology throughout the entire country, and he announces
that's a little later. Huh?
No, it's exactly right here.
Yeah,
because it's as he sees her, you can see that the EKG machine turns into Calypso's voice, and that's when everyone across the entire country, and he's like, "Hey, I will grant you one wish."
Well, it's a little later in terms of the different scenes because there's still the scene we have to get to with the dolls and then the sweet tooth. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah, and so Calypso announces that I'm going to grant somebody a wish, and then everyone is like listening to it all throughout the country, and they're like, "Hey, if this guy can take control of all technology in the country, he can probably grant a wish." And then we kind of see who our players are going to be.
But before that, we get a scene where Quiet is just questioning whether she's really on board with the dolls. Is this doll thing really what she wants to do? And all the doll girls are annoying. You got the tall one. You got the one with crabs. You got the one that's like trying to rub up on her and be a girlfriend and stuff. And so it's like, we have conflict here. Does she really want to be with them? And then we go to Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth gets the funny stuff.
Yes.
And he elevates the episode as well as Anthony Mackie's portions. But they find, they finally, as he killed some people, because he's in his buddy, he's putting in training on how to kill people. And he's like, it's pretty good, but you probably should have done this. And you whack them like this, and then use CGI to cut people up and stuff. I wish there was more practical. There is some practical, but later on it turns into more CGI.
Yeah, that looked bad.
It did look bad. But eventually the people they kill is like, "Oh my God, you're Big Baby." And he's like, "I'm not Big Baby." And in this scene, they find Big Baby. It's gross, man. This is like a grandma. She's like peeing in the fucking forest.
Making water, Joe.
He's making her water. And then the Big Baby turns out to have powers. And what's Big Baby's powers, Joe?
She's got a fucking morning star, but it's his umbilical cord. It's fucking weird. He's just swinging it around.
Swinging around his umbilical cord morning star that he created.
And it's fucking crazy. This is like
CGI. That's where they put the CGI.
But this is like B-movie territory, and I was all aboard. I was all aboard for this. It's like, that's fucking crazy.
That's your kind of shit.
Yeah, I was like, all right. I'm here for that.
So he finally kills him, and then he's like,
Trash man!
Oh my
No!"
God, Trash Man, you finally got me. He's like, what? It's like, Trash Man, he's the biggest killer this side of the Mississippi.
Like, God
damn it. So they come up with this idea. We got to find all the killers so that Sweet Tooth can be the best killer. We're going to do a tournament of killers. And I'm like, wait a minute. They already announced last season there was a tournament. I don't know if these guys heard about it. They didn't hear about it. When they hear about the tournament, they say, oh, he beat you to it. And that
Stu
plot
had his
line
little
is dropped,
presentation.
and they'll go to the tournament.
Stu made a little presentation. It was nice.
Yeah, it was nice, dude.
He's like, oh, these guys should beat
it.
Stu.
So this is funny stuff. Then we get the ambulance, and then Calypso announces the tournament, and it's with the actor that did Metamorpho and Superman. It's crazy to see him here.
Yeah,
he's using the same make. They just removed the makeup. He lost his eyebrows. He didn't put his eyebrows back yet, but
he doesn't have eyebrows.
Yeah, I don't know if he's a good Calypso yet. There's just not enough here. It's just.
I thought he was just.
I don't even as a Twisted Metal fan, Calypso's not really.
I thought he did fine.
There's a lot of mystery
know.
there. Like I want him to be more mysterious. He's fine. It's fine. I have no issues with it. Like
his laugh is a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like a Joker laugh, but he wanted to do it in a different way, so it doesn't really work. But yeah. So then the show realizes, oh wait, we're Twisted Metal, right? So so the opening is the party with the girls. So we have to do car battle. So he jacks the ambulance. And he fights off 2 cars with machine guns from Raven's crew. And then all of a sudden, he's like, God, and this would be way better with music. And then just then, DMX starts playing.
Rough Riders.
And I'm a little nostalgic for that. This is good rap. And then but then white women are dancing. I think it was Alex or somebody said, really? It's just fun. And the show knows that. And the show, I think, is playing that up, too. So it's an in joke, and it's fun. But, yeah, they're acting like badasses, and they blow up the
they blow
car.
up the 2 cars, and then they start chasing down the ambulance, and then they hit it with a fucking rocket. It goes tumbling out, and out comes John.
And I'm like, all right, you actually blew up an ambulance. It's not a bunch of CGI where it looks fucking hokey and it just slams. You can even see the chassis of the ambulance that are put on these trucks that almost kind of rips off, but it doesn't. It's like cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then he comes out. He
gets
comes
shot
out
in
and
the
gets
shoulder.
shot by Quiet. He's like, God
That's the
damn,
second
not
time.
again.
Second time, she shot him in the first season. I forgot why. And then his sister. What? Oh, the leader of the dolls we forgot to mention is his sister. But he doesn't really remember. And we get that awkwardness in the second episode, but this is the first episode. Give me a rating for the first episode.
Quattro.
Alex?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, I guess there are a couple bright spots for.
I gave it a 5. Episode number 2. So this is John's sister takes sister. Oh, she took over a gang. The backstory of John's sister taking over a gang. It's a bunch of men that are like, women, get out of our seat. We're sitting here. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I haven't broken her in yet. It's like, us men need to talk. And then these are, in the apocalypse, they're marauders or whatever. She goes into the bathroom, and all the other girls are in the bathroom, doing shit. And apparently they're the real ones that make all the plans, and the guys are just there making plans to beat people up. She's like, they're just doing dick measuring contests. It's a throwaway line, but later on it gets funny. So, but she realizes this is where the power is. And
I thought that was pretty funny.
yeah, and then so they do the scene here, and when they cut back to the guys, they're like, yeah, all right. That's good point of order. Now we're going to measure dicks. Like literally measure dick measure. Now we're going to literally have a dick measuring contest. And it's like, see, that's the self-referential humor. That's so stupid. It's funny again. Yeah. You go so over the top, you're jumping and in a good way. Time to measure. All right, it's time to measure our dicks. Taken very serious. Yeah, but then this is the episode. This is why I liked it less, because there's a lot of the doll stuff. There's the intro to the different dolls. He doesn't recognize his sister. The scene's kind of awkward because I'm like, are we supposed to remember the sister? No, he has amnesia. Remember, he's John Doe.
Then
And
we
it's-
get introduced to Mayhem, which again I
she's the
don't. Yeah,
worst.
And
it's
I'm like, no, I don't know what the show's gonna do with her. But by the episode 3, I'm like, I think I know where the show's going with this third wheel. So we get this Mayhem chick. What is she, Joe? She's just a thief that
she
shows
just,
up.
Yeah, she just showed up and she's stealing medical supplies and stuff, and then the Quiet captures her and kind of bond later on.
Punches her out, and then, well, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. from now on,
But John wants to go to the cabin, and he's like, but the Quiet wants to fight for something. What's her
finds
wish?
something to-
Her wish is to bring down the city walls.
Yeah, Mr. Gorbachev.
If this is a wish and is granted by a fucking powerful, I don't know, devil, then wish for something better. Like, I don't know, the apocalypse never happened, or is that too much? He said no. Anything,
He said
anything that your heart
no matter
desires.
the consequences.
No matter
yeah.
So that's a tease that the wish may not be what you think.
I haven't seen. Does,
Or it's
does
gonna
he have
cause
that kind of power?
consequences.
Yeah.
That he does have kind of.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's why I'm saying it doesn't make sense in the Twisted Metal universe, but I don't care.
Okay.
Because I was like, yeah, this is funny, and I'm starting to like it. So I start to forgive more things when you're actually, running on all cylinders. It's not quite there yet in this episode, though. It started to let me down. So, but the dolls are mad, and the dolls are like, all right, well, let's have a tournament to see who will be racing in the tournament to represent the dolls. Quiet, the other chick, Abby, Ashley, and then, but John doesn't want her to go on the racing tournament. He wants to go to the cabin with her and just live over there and
So he wants to
fish.
protect her.
This sounds great, but no, she
And
don't
then
want
the
to.
other guy, I forget his name.
And then they have one dude who is like their helper, and he's like, there's a throwaway
the
joke.
dude
where
that
he's like,
they.
you represent all manhood. Thank you you inspired me to go against the ladies. Yes, ladies, what do you need? Later, but he doesn't actually really participate in the race. His car poops out or something.
Immediately.
And then one of the girls is like, well, I'll cheer him up and he can give me a foot massage. So then they race. And we get a race scene where there's random explosions of pink and blue and yellow puff. I'm like, who's setting off these explosions? But whatever. We're
Who
racing.
set this elaborate course? Like, Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But then
But I'm here for it.
yeah. It is we like this part. They're not shooting at each other to kill
Paintball
each
gun.
other. They are shooting paintball guns. You found paintball guns. You found the right color paintballs. And you're wasting it on this moment in the apocalypse.
Whatever.
But that's the stuff we like. It's like we're living in this post-apocalyptic world, but it's like a trauma world, and I like that. So she wins.
But it's bullshit, though, because that's his car.
I know.
It's like a V8. I was like, oh, here, take this fucking.
You're in a bug.
a bug,
Not
four-cylinder.
a Baja bug. You're in a shitty bug.
Yeah, I was like, oh, well. And it was neck and neck.
And he
Definitely-
was going to win.
Yes.
He was out in front.
Then her dumbass.
And then she's like, I'm going to press it. No, I shouldn't press the button yet. But then later she's like, I'm going to press the button.
Too late.
She watched
though.
Fast and Furious. She
Yeah.
knows when you hit the NOS.
But she hit it way too late. She was going way too fast. She's like
Right.
blowing
so she
through
doesn't
the
even
entrance.
know how to operate the car efficiently.
It rams into a fucking tree.
Almost kills her.
Twisted Metal is not a race, and so I guess
It is a race.
It is now.
It's a death race.
Apparently, it's now a death.
It's now a race.
Now we need Jason.
So she wins with this car, which we found. We were like, this bullshit.
It is.
Give him his car back.
He doesn't know
goddammit.
anything about this car.
I don't know. I've accepted Quiet over 10 episodes of season. Like initially, I was like, why do we need this? We just use Jean Joe. But
Why not?
fine, I'm okay with Quiet. And she is in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and she's got some funny deliveries and stuff. But anyways, and then the show just kind of okay. So she wins, and I do like that she's like, well, you can come with me, and you should come. And I'm like, thankful. The show doesn't do this whole thing where you have to drag this out. She actually asked him to come and thankfully asked for his help. And it's a nice scene. And you could tell there's a relationship between these two that will develop as it did in season 1. But before that, I forgot to talk about the cave people scene. So there's a cave. The
That was
thief
so
runs
random.
away. She
No, they.
Oh, no, she's still
She
chained.
gets kidnapped.
She
She
gets
gets
kidnapped
kidnapped.
by the
Because they
cave people.
stole, she stole from the cave people,
Yeah.
and they see her out there, like, what the hell are you doing over here? Then they get ambushed
Yeah.
by these cave people. It's like, she stole.
She stole my stuff. Must punish her.
It's like, I like how you guys come into the bit.
See, this is a good joke.
Meet
Another
John
good joke.
Quiet.
You guys are really, because they know they're humans. You didn't devolve over generations where you're literally from the Descent movie in the cave. No,
Might be
that's
like
why
a-
it's funny.
some
And
crazy shit in the cave.
but the
They
cave
stay in the
people, they don't
cave.
break the bit. I like that they don't break their bit. And so they attack, and then they fight, and it's the back-to-back stuff. The close, the
Combat's not good.
choreography.
It's hokey, but it's just like,
But
all
it's
right,
a
well, hey, we
works.
make a good team. I really like that. It's like, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it gets a little hokey later on when they play the acoustic guitar, and we have a scene with the brother and the sister. Those walls killed our parents, and I'm like, just let your friend bring down the walls, and he's like, all right, and then that's the end.
Yeah.
And then a completely different thing. We get a stinger at the end. Will you drive Mr. Grimm? So it looks like Calypso has Mr. Grimm in a prison, or Mr. Grimm is just
Asylum.
hanging out in an
It's like- I
asylum
think it's a
and
Black
gets an
Field
invitation. It wasn't a prison,
asylum.
right? Yeah. He
Yeah,
just gets an
something like that.
invitation, and then Mr. Grimm decides to drive for Calypso, maybe. And he's like, yes, we will. And we will, he says. And it's like, what? And so then he goes out.
Because his voice is.
Or he doesn't do it in this episode,
No,
right?
no,
It's in
he
the
just
next
gets out.
episode, so you don't see
Yeah,
it.
he gets the helmet, and then.
We get the backstory. This one I liked a little about the same or a little
Yeah.
less because it was just like, oh no, is it gonna be about these dolls and this and that? So and Sweet Tooth wasn't really in this at all. So because of all that, and then the hokey acoustic guitar, the jokes still headed up. The jokes are working more than they were in season 1. So I'm going with a 4 out of 10 on this one.
Yeah, I was between 3 and 4. 4 is fine.
4. Yeah.
All right. Here's where we get good, and I'm talking about good. It finally clicks for me, and now I can join you guys, join the masses. Episode 3. At the beginning, we get Grimm's backstory. It's taken serious, and
These
but it's that bad
crazy
CGI
guys,
serious where it's like, this is effective. But later on, it might be explained, and I love it even more. But basically, what is it? There's some grave diggers
these
here.
2 guys, they're digging up graves so they could have fun with it.
They're going to have sex with the
Yes.
bodies.
Yeah. And
Grimm shows up and kills them.
And
luckily-
sucks their soul, and you see like the little fucking soul and he goes intro. It's like, and then he does something really hokey. He talks in everyone's voices like a girl voice, and I'm like, oh no, wait, what? Is this what we're doing with Grimm? Like, but he's way cool in the games. Well, he doesn't ever talk in the games. He's like fucking mysterious, and by the end, you figure out he's the Grim Reaper, like the legit Grim Reaper there for Calypso, because Calypso has real power, and I guess he's taking him back. Look, Twisted Metal's not deep, right? It doesn't have super deep lore or anything. But
So this is where his motorcycle is buried. It wasn't where, the dad was buried. It was where his motorcycle. So that's what he was there for. He's there for his ride so he can
I thought it was
be in
going
the
to turn
thing.
into like Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of does. It kind of flies out, and then he just drives off. But anyways, then we get the car passenger swap scene as the dolls are driving towards the tournament. It says, you need to be in the other car so you can go talk with your sister. So she tricks him and drops him off. Then her sister picks him up, and they talk. But that kicks out the other guy from the car, the
lady.
4th racer. Dude the emasculated man, and then he gets in the car with his ex-girlfriend who's like, we are not having sex, I said we're done, the crab lady, and then they end up having sex. It's like fucking gross. Ugh. The stench in that car was probably really bad. What else?
Yeah, so they're in the car. He's there with his sister because he wanted to avoid it, but then they start talking, and then they kind of split up. They start getting their own little sub-stories.
Yeah, they quickly kind of clumsily set up a whistle that their family has. They're like, remember when our father used to whistle at us to sit the fuck down?
Yeah,
like, oh,
this
gonna
is
happen
where
in the
they go to
future.
the drive-thru. It's like, why are we here? It's like, I used to love going here and getting a little backstory there. While we get Quiet and Mayhem.
Quiet has these CDs labeled Metallica and heavy metal and shit, but when she puts it in, it's girly shit. And what band?
It was Michelle Branch.
Branch. And
That's a
but
good
then
song.
somebody was in the back like, "What the fuck is this?" It's like, "What kind of shit is this?" And she's like, "Ah!" She gets scared. You know,
She was
somebody's in
singing
the car.
alone.
It was the thief. Yeah, she's singing in the car alone. It's Mayhem. I'm like, "Oh no."
This is the part where it really dragged it down for me because they're having. He's like, oh, "What are you doing in my car?" I was like, "Well, I have you know, I'm the best driver." It's like, "All right, show me your skills." She doesn't know how to drive, so we get quite a bit of time her showing her how to drive, and they're gonna be friends now.
It's even worse than that because the Mayhem tries to steal the car and abandon her and do like all of this. And so it's like it's so like
Supposed to be.
I like this episode. I like this episode a lot. Any scene that has Mayhem and Quiet in it is fucking trash. And like it's the worst part of this episode. And then fortunately we go and visit John and his sister and they kind of figure some stuff out. And he explains, he's like, "Look, I've been cold to you. I haven't want to hung out with you, and it's because I don't remember any of this shit. And I kind of now I don't want to remember. I don't want to remember the things that I've lost."
And he tells her this in the next episode. So there's the awkward episode last time. The next episode, boom, he tells her. I hate it when shows mind this shit for fucking sevens and where they don't talk to each other. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, and so we get to the point. It's a pretty good scene. We set up this family thing. And then, of course, right as they're finally bonding, we get an ambush. And then someone shoots at them.
Shooting a lot.
Yeah, and they try to run away. And then...
they're stuck in there.
Yeah.
This
And
weird
then when they
gate.
look out, they see Axel.
Like, what the fuck?
Axel shows up. It is It is hilarious. It is horrific. It is funny. And this guy's a perfect Axel. He's like buff as shit, and his hands are.
That guy's fucking jacked.
you see how big his chest muscles are? And they just have fun with it.
They had fun with it. And then Mackie pulls out a pistol. And then I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh shit, if Mackie was any better of a shot, Axel would be dead instantly because he's immobile and what?
He says he turns slightly though.
And he does.
And he does. I like this scene. It's pretty fucking funny. He's like, "I'm gonna shoot this guy in the head." He shoots. The guy kind of turns. It ricochets, hits her. He's like, "You shot me." I was like, "What the?"
I heard John burst out laughing. And I was already laughing because of Axel, and this is great, man.
That's honestly like a genuine reaction when you see something like that. They're like, "What the fuck is that?"
And it's genuine.
And it's like they see him. Is like, "Do you think whenever he, I guess, does
he pulls his arm? This Axel can actually remove his arms from the car." And then so he has got these big metal hands, and he does these things. And they make they're talking about
masturbation joke,
and he's like rubbing, he's rubbing like lotion on his shoulders and stuff. He's drinking gasoline and passes out.
And I am so fucking happy they adapted him straight up. They didn't like fuck around with Axel. No, they just made him straight up, and I like it. And then we immediately have the episode dragged down by Quiet teaching
Oh my god,
Mayhem
it's
how to
terrible.
drive. It's like this character is what it, so I looked up the character. It says her description. This character, Mayhem, who is a pain in the ass, a talker, a liar. She wants to win, to ask for a better life.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck about her. This character's just annoying, and then when she didn't know how to drive a car, but it's like hilariously not knowing how to drive a car where you don't even know the basics in the post-apocalyptic world. Yeah. Like even if you don't know how to switch gears, you could just press gas and you drive off. But she doesn't know how to continue to put her foot on the gas. She lifts her foot off, and then Quiet is just like.
She can't read either, so she's like, "Put it on drive, D." She puts it in reverse.
That better not be what was really the thing. Is
She's
that
the best reader on this side on the West Coast.
Yeah,
that's the joke.
Was a joke.
It was very funny.
She says, "I'm the best driver. I'm the best reader."
Nope.
She said that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this character. Is this your favorite character? If you are, get out!
There was a character in the original game that was like a dead guy called like Spectre.
I kept looking up to see if Mayhem was real, but it's not a character.
Not that I know of. And it's like, there's all these other characters. Can't we have some? Like, I don't want you to make your own original bullshit. It's not any good.
Yeah,
give me some.
Game.
And it could be something funny, right? One of those drivers, a wacky driver that shows up, and that's the third wheel. This feels like a self-insert character. Why do these shows feel the need that they need to do a self-insert? You don't need to do a self-insert. You don't need to do an audience surrogate. The audience will find a character they like. Audiences will fucking make themselves Sweet Tooth and just follow Sweet Tooth around
He's
and love
fucking
him.
great,
But
yeah.
we already have John Doe and we already have Quiet. It's like we're already having, like, if you're going to do him, we don't need even more than you already gave us.
Right. And that's the only real criticism I have of this episode, because this episode was great otherwise. Yeah. And a lot of the other stuff, is forgiven because it's running on all cylinders here. And she goes, like, there was a joke where Axel's firing at them and they're in this they're trapped, and she's like, what are we gonna do? He's like, wait, I remember something.
Yes.
And she
I
goes,
still remember.
what do you remember? And he's like, I remember telling you not to come in here. And she's like, God damn it.
Yeah, I remember you not you didn't forget to be a little pussy or something like that too, and it's like it's good sibling banter.
It's fun. And brother sister banter. And then finally, and then we get the masturbate joke when he gets out of the car and he has a stuffed animal bear and he cries himself to sleep. And then
they managed to sneak
that's
by.
when the scientist captures them. They're
sneak
going
by,
in. They're like,
jump.
what kind of idiot maniac would make a man the car? And then that's when she gets grabbed and there's a scalpel to her throat. He's like, hey, what are you doing? And he's like, you make cars out of black people?
Yeah, it's like, no, I could. He's not the perfect specimen. Talking about Axel, he's like, I could make him better. I could use you. He's like, what? You make black people?
He's like, what? No, it has nothing to do with race.
You were just here.
You came here. It was funny. I like this. It's a funny
Yeah,
interaction.
it's funny. Yes.
And they kill him.
They kill him, and his dying words are like, a lot of my friends are black.
That's funny, man.
It's
That's
really
how you
good.
do a racist thing with the
It's like,
funny
no way.
angle.
Yeah.
And he goes, and they even refers to it. That racist dude is dead, even though they know he's not racist.
Well, they do even like a dumb joke that, like, so some of the dumb jokes work where he's like, hey man, the racist guy's dead, and Axel's in a car and like it's really loud and he's like, you're gonna have to use your big boy voice, I can't hear you. Yeah, and it's
what?
It's like when things
Because
are
his
working.
car's going, vroom, 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 it's idling. This is good stuff.
Yeah, it's really good stuff.
And then
They set Axel free.
yeah, they set him free. He goes, cool. And then he gives him the head nod, and then they give him the head nod, and he just takes off.
Because
And
like,
it's so dumb looking.
It
so dumb,
is, because
but
like you were
good.
telling
Yeah, it's
me
good,
about
yeah.
this guy in the first season. I was like, how are they gonna do that? It's gonna be so fucking stupid.
We were
And
worried,
it
weren't
is.
we?
And it is, but it
But
is
it's dumb.
perfect.
Yeah.
It is fucking perfect.
This is what season 1 was missing, and this is why I'm
Yeah, I was
above
like,
average.
what?
I'm at 6 out of 10 just from this shit. I want to see more of this.
Yeah, I was at a 6 or 7 because I was honestly laughing, having a good time. I was like, hey, this is
And you know,
fucking
when
great.
you massage us like this and we're already laughing, that's when we loosen up. And then sometimes even some of your dumb jokes that we weren't laughing at before might get a hit. So you kind of feel that.
Well,
Yeah.
it keeps on going too, because then we
Exactly.
cut back to the worst two characters in the entire
Yes.
episode, like Mayhem and Quiet are there doing whatever stupid fucking thing they're doing, and they're just being wastes of screen time. But out of nowhere, I think it's
Axel shows up.
Grimm shows up, and
Oh,
he's
yeah,
and he's
Grimm.
got a little scythe with him, and they're like, "What the fuck
yeah,
is
they see the
happening?"
friends like, oh, he's gonna kill me.
And then all of a sudden, Axel shows up out of nowhere, and they're just looking at how stupid everything is, and like again, they're
you
having fun
can't
with
skip
it.
the best part.
Oh, sorry.
It was like that guy, I forget his name, whatever. He's dying, or
The
guy's-
emasculated man.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they kill him, and then you see Grimm taking his soul,
Oh, yeah.
and like it looks fucking cool. But then you see
You
their
cut to
perspective
them,
of Quiet,
and he's going-
The guy's like, oh, but nothing's going on. It's like, is this guy okay?
So this guy's crazy.
I was
He
like,
has
okay,
no
wait,
powers.
does he have powers? What's going on? But it is fucking
I like
hilarious.
it and I hate it and I
no,
like it.
it was fucking
It's
hilarious.
amazing.
That's
Yeah,
why
it's
I'm like going like 6 or 7. Like that shit 7.
Yeah.
That was fucking hilarious.
That was
then,
fucking
yeah,
hilarious.
Then Axel shows up.
And then to
they
make it
kinda
even
fight
better, Axel shows up and they just fight randomly because they're two weird characters that just.
And that's
I
what I
see
wanted
you
to
see
see.
me. I'm gonna fight you.
That's what
Cars
I wanna
fighting
see.
should be the entire
They
show.
don't really show it, but
But it's
in
like-
the future you'll
yes,
see.
yes.
Knowing that cars are fighting somewhere, it makes me happy.
Right.
They're not racing. Axel's not winning any races.
And then Michelle Branch, Mitch, whatever her name is, the Branch song comes on and they start singing, and then Mayhem starts to join in and singing. I'm like, shut up, I don't like you.
Yeah, they're on the walkies. Like, yeah, we just passed by this guy.
A car guy. A guy who's a
It's like,
car.
oh, yeah, we just freed him.
It's Axel, yeah.
And she goes, bitch, you read my diary. My sister's upset that you read the diary. And they have good brother and sister rapport. and an actual good episode. This shit was funny.
This
is what I wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny. It's cool to see some of this stuff. It's charming. It's nostalgic. It's respecting the license, but also not having to take it so serious. And
shouldn't.
more like episode 3, please,
Yes.
and less like episode 1 and 2 and season 1 on the whole. This is a fucking 8 out of 10.
Yep.
It'd have been higher if it weren't for Mayhem kind of bringing stuff down in their stupid fucking
that's pretty
card,
dumb.
not knowing read and all that.
Yeah, I agree entirely. I was going to give it an 8. I was so shocked that I was seriously shocked that I was enjoying it. And I started enjoying it almost immediately. It was a completely different tone. And like,
laughing.
See, we're not jaded. We just have fucking taste and standards.
yeah, and maybe different tastes. But yes,
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy much of episode 1 and 2 or any of season 1, and I thoroughly enjoyed season 3. Other than Mayhem, who is a waste of screen time and just needs to be killed off screen. And
And replaced with one of the drivers.
Yeah, and maybe we can just start doing
It
back.
sounds harsh, but I agree with them if you think of what you could have instead.
If they spend the next couple episodes driving to cool places and meeting the other crazy drivers, and we just get nothing but cool interactions and stuff from the game and like deepening of the world in that way, and not having the writer's self-inserts, this series could be actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Except for I think we're doing Death Race instead of Destruction Derby, which I don't want. But
So
whatever.
you let us know which driver from the franchise
want
should
to
replace
see.
Mayhem. Should it be Yellow Jacket? Yellow Jacket was in last
What
season.
was the
Outlaw, Thumper, Darkside, Crimson Fury, Pit Viper, Warthog.
Warthog was good.
Spectre,
Hammerhead.
Roadkill, Minion, Twister.
We have Roadkill now.
Mr. Slam, Grasshopper, Dark Tooth, don't worry about that. Augur, Club Kid,
damn.
Firestarter,
Augur
Flower,
was good.
Flower Power, I would even put, is she supposed to be, no. Primeval, Orbital, Pizza Boy, Calypso, Quattro, Google Eyes, Meter Maid, Micro Blast, Trash Man! That was Trash Man. Okay, we're
Danny
gonna get an
DeVito.
actual Trash Man. I forgot. I forgot that he's like Drag Queen, Mr. Zombie, Moon Buggy, Crusher, RC Car, Brimstone, Crazy 8, Manslaughter, Tanker,
That's a
Mine,
lot.
Trapper, Piecemeal, ATV, Cousin Eddie, Tower Tooth, 12 Pack, Gold Tooth, Death Warrant, Kamikaze, Talon, Meat Wagon, Vermin, Juggernaut, Limo, Evelyn, and Vulture.
A lot of those don't count because they came they're like weird.
There's like 7 games, and some are mobile and some are
like mobile ones, but like there's some really good.
Let us know who you would prefer, because I guarantee you. Okay, so this is the end of the review. Here's where I think they're going with Mayhem.
What'd you give it?
7.
Okay.
Yeah, 7, 8, 8. I think they're gonna have fucking Mayhem win the tournament. You
I
see her
hope
in
not.
the scene. She's driving the fucking car, roadkill or whatever, and I'm like, they're gonna have her, and then she's gonna make a wish, but her wish is gonna be selfless, and instead of having a better life, she does something for her friends and the journey that they went on.
I hope.
And then Calypso fucks her
power of
over,
love.
and then that's how you get season 3, because it was a fucked over wish, and we got to get him back.
I think Sweet Tooth wins, and he wants to be Calypso, and then he runs the tournament next year, and that's how we get season 3, where it's just we're gonna come back every year because you're all my best friends, or that's how they keep setting it up, which I think is what happened in one of the games where
Dark
it's
Tooth or something.
Yeah, it starts. He wants the power. Well, Sweet Tooth's ending was I want your job, I want to be the new you. So
Yeah, could be following the games there. Joe, what do you think?
I don't know anything about the games.
I don't know anything about anything. Well, goddamn it, play one of the games.
What they do in
Why don't
Vigilante?
you play? When's the last time
If
you
it was
played?
Vigilante, who would she be?
None of those.
Disco Ball,
Stupid. No.
Disco Stew.
Boogies.
All right, well, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on next week with 2 more episodes, and hopefully it gets better.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.